Yo, what's up, people? So I want to do a quick video of my experience with detoxing off kratom. I see a lot of videos out there and stuff like that, and I feel like a lot of them, like, I couldn't personally relate to, because either they were on like a real low dose, or they weren't on it for, you know, as long, so their symptoms weren't as bad. So I'm going to try to make this real short. Long story short, I was on pain management for over 12 years from a serious car accident when I was 18. So I went through hell with addiction of opiates. I'm sure a lot of y'all will know how that cycle goes. You know, it got so bad down in Florida, you know, you could go to any pill mill and I was getting 300 Roxy 30s a month. I mean, how many methadones were I getting? I was getting like 500 methadone 10s a month, 200 Xanax bars a month. You know, so I lived that lifestyle for a very long time. So when I finally got off all the pills back in end of 2011, there's just no way I could go back to long-term pain management again. So I've had 3 back surgeries total, and I had neck surgery 2 years ago. So leading up to that, I decided to get on the kratom, you know, to kind of help out. So I was on kratom for probably a little over 2 years, and I got up to roughly around like 25-30 milligrams. No, I'm sorry, 25 to 30 grams a day. And it got to the point to where I would dose as soon as I'd wake up in the morning, and then by 12 o'clock I was starting to go through detox. So I would literally have to dose like 4 to 5 times throughout the course of a day, anywhere averaging from 5 grams a dose, 6, 7, 8, whatever. The most I've ever done was 10 grams at a time. So you kind of get the picture. So I tried to do the slow taper for, you know, a few months, and it just didn't work for me. I would get down to a certain level, you know, like taking 4 grams at a time, and something would happen, and it just was dragging out. So finally, I just had enough of it, and I was like, man, I can't. I said, I either got to just freaking take it on the chin, or, you know, this is just going to get dragged on way too long. So I did a real fast taper. So like the first week I got down to, I went from like on an average of like 5 grams at a time, you know, about 5 times a day. And then I went down to 3 grams at a time, 5 times a day. So that was a pretty good jump down. And then I was feeling withdrawal symptoms through that whole time. Okay, they're mild. The withdrawal symptoms are the same as opioid withdrawal symptoms. It's just they're not at the same degree. You know, you get the restless legs, you know, get some diarrhea, insomnia, the sneezing. My goodness, I've been sneezing nonstop these past freaking, going in my 3rd week now. And then so they're all the same. It's just nowhere near intense. My Lord, I was taking 500 milligrams of methadone at a time at my worst. And let me tell you something, that stuff gets in your bone marrow. I detoxed off that crap for 6 months before I could take a solid poop. So anyways, so going into the 2nd week, I got down to literally 3 grams a day. So I went from like, say 3 times. I went from like doing like 15 grams. Like I went from like 25-30 grams a day down to 15 the first week. And then the 2nd week, which was this last week, I got down to like only 3 grams a day. Like when I would wake up, I wouldn't take anything. The first time I would take something would have been like, you know, at noon. And then I would take something at bedtime, you know, try to get some sleep. Then I stretched it all the way to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I got to the point where I'm at now, and I'll just take something like before bed, you know, just so I can try to get some sleep, because I struggle with bad sleep anyways my whole life. So like sleep is precious to me. And on top of all the other crap, I was diagnosed with a real rare autoimmune condition called Behçet's. And so like, it's just, my health has been a mess. And like, they got me finally on a medication for the Behçet's, you know, stops all the ulcers and stuff like that. But the withdrawals were causing so much stress on my body that I'm breaking out ulcers again. I got So I get those, but like before I got put on the meds, I'd have like 15 of them all in my mouth and down my throat and my intestines. It's just a nightmare. Back to the kratom. So now, like yesterday, I did only 2 grams for the whole day, but it got to the point where it's just dragging on. Like, you know, like I don't know why I just haven't just stopped the kratom altogether. You know what I mean? I'm only down to 2 grams a day, but I only take it to try to get some sleep. But I thought, you know, for sure that they would have, like, you know, started to diminish, which they have. They have, but I'm still sneezing. You know, GI still upset, and the restless legs is still there, and the sleep, not being able to sleep at night is still there. So I finally broke down because just mentally I'm just getting tired of it. And I asked my doctor, I did some research, and there's only one medication that's been FDA approved, which I don't care about FDA. Big Pharma can suck it, excuse my language. But one medication that wasn't opioid based approved for you know, detoxing and stuff like that. So that's something I wanted to try, because I didn't want anything that had any kind of opioids, you know, like you know, Subutex, you know, or any of that kind of crap. So it's called Lucemyra, I believe it is. Let me tell you something. I don't know about anybody else, but you're supposed to take 3 pills a day. No, 3 pills at a time, 4 times a day. That crap right there knocks me on my butt. It makes me so tired and worthless. Like, I can't do anything while I'm on that medication. And for whatever reason, at nighttime, like, it seems like it really does good during the day outside of making me extremely tired. Like the salivation, like, you know, because, like, you know, like I'll just keep producing a lot of saliva, and the restless legs, it seems like it does really good with that through the day. But for some reason at nighttime, I don't know what happens. It's almost like the withdrawal symptoms gets bumped up to like 10 times as bad at night while I've been on this stuff. Like, worse before I started taking it. I don't know if it's the OPMS stuff, the kratom that I was taking, the OPMS silver, because I finally ran out of all that, and I had some other powder up in my cabinet. Well, since I ran out of the OPMS, it's like the withdrawal symptoms have gotten worse. It's almost like I've had to take the other kratom like 2 times as much just to knock the edge off. And so I did some research on that, and it come to find out that some of these big commercial people, they like to make their stuff a little stronger, more addictive. So I'm not saying OPMS silver does that, but I suspect that it's not just pure kratom. I think it's been adulterated. Anyways, so that's where I'm at now. I'm not going to take the Lucemyra, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, anymore. It just knocks me out. I'm going to freaking just take it on the chin and just get through the rest of this crap. Like I said, I'm going into my 3rd week. I've seen one other video. The dude was taking about the same amount as I was for about the same amount of time, and he was on his 25th day, and he was saying that finally his GI stuff had gotten better. But currently, right now, I'm going into this week is my 3rd week, so, you know, I'm halfway through. So so currently I'm still sneezing a little bit, still just feel run down, you know, groggy, no sleep. I mean, I'm only sleeping, like, when I do fall asleep and I wake up and I check the clock, it's probably only like an hour has passed. And then, like, it's just back to the tossing and turning and the aggravation and the frustration with not being able to fall asleep really quick. And and yeah, so sneezing, lack of sleep, restless legs, and that's about it. And I'm down to, I only did 2 grams yesterday. I thought for sure that these withdrawal symptoms would have been, you know, almost done with. I mean, my goodness. Like I said, it doesn't compare to opioid withdrawals. But they are definitely worse than what I was expecting they would be. Kratom's great for helping you get off the stronger stuff, which is another reason why I was using it, because with these ulcers and stuff like that, like I have a freaking hole. They had to cauterize this one on my upper gum. It was getting into my gum line and my teeth, and it was getting ready to expose the roots of my teeth. I had to go to a dentist, and they had to cauterize it to try to get it to heal. Like, I got a freaking a big hole, like a cave, like it's like encaved in my mouth. I'm saying that right. From these ulcers. So I'd get put on liquid pain medication for, you know, 2-3 weeks at a time, because these breakouts will last a month. And so being on that, though, that liquid pain medication, you know, and then getting off of that, I would use the kratom to help with the withdrawals. So it's just been a vicious cycle. Plus, you know, my double fusion back surgery that I just had 7 months ago, and I was on pain medication for 3 months. So it's just been a vicious cycle on, you know, trying to get off. But I'm almost there. I'm going to do it. If you're watching this video, just know you can do it. Know that I love you. Jesus loves you. And there's nothing in life that we'll be able to face that we can't overpower. Our mind is going to be either our greatest asset or our biggest enemy. So a battle is going to be won and defeated before we even take a step in life with this thing up in here. So I highly encourage y'all, if y'all are struggling with addiction, no matter what it is, because I've been there. I've been addicted to anything and everything you possibly imagine. I had 18 years of severe addiction, and I got through it all. When back in 2012, when I got arrested, I had a SWAT team come to my house and pull me out with the whole shebang. They said I pulled a gun on somebody, but anyways, I left that lifestyle behind me. God pulled me up out of the ditch. He put a new song of praise in my lips. And ever since I got arrested back in 2011, and they ended up, instead of sending me to prison, they put me into a faith-based program called Cannon Land Ministries in Alabama. And that place saved my life. So no matter what you're going through, I can probably relate to a lot of it. Been sexually abused as a child, all that kind of crazy crap, you know, suicide. You know, I tried to kill myself, like legit tried killing myself multiple times, OD'd multiple times, you know, just the whole gang violence crap. So, you know, this is, you know, mainly to talk about the kratom, but also no matter what you're going through in life, things can get better. But the change starts in here. You got to change the way you think and the way you see things. Because no matter what, no matter where you move, no matter what type of environment you change, you still got to live with your thought life. And so love and forgiveness was the biggest thing that helped me out. You know, when I forgave the guy that sexually abused me as a child, you know, that set me free. And forgiving myself was actually harder than forgiving him, because I knew all the bad that I did to people, especially my mama. All the bad things I called her, you know. But anyways, I love you. I'll do a follow-up with this. But if y'all got anything to add as far as what helped you with your detox, please leave in the comments, because, you know, I hope people watch this. And just know, if you're struggling with addiction, usually addiction is tied to, you know, things that have happened to us, you know, trauma, past trauma events. Just love and forgiveness, I think, is going to be the answer for a lot of it, you know. And obviously setting in good boundaries, healthy boundaries, and getting rid of some people that's not healthy in our lives. But anyways, I'll probably do another video. I know this has kind of been scatterbrained all over the place, but that's just kind of the way my head is right now. But I love y'all. I believe in y'all. I know if I can do it, I know anybody can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. Just speak good things about yourself out loud. All right, look in the mirror and just start with, you know, telling yourself that you love yourself and that your life matters and that you are created with a purpose. All right, love y'all once again. Deuces.